Start with the red alert and the severe thunderstorm watch now in effect for New York until 9 p.m. An inch of rain has already come down and more is expected. That could mean flooding and the possibility of damaging winds.
A live look outside. The rain may have slowed down for now. We also learned today's Mets game has been postponed and will be played tomorrow. We've got team coverage. Allie Bauman is live in Mobile 2 checking on the roads. But first, let's start things off with Lonnie Quinn, who's got a check of the forecast. Lonnie, no outdoor barbecues today.
Yeah, it was not a great looking day out there. We picked up some big numbers. I mean, you talked about, some folks feeling over an inch of rain in their area, and Armonk, approaching an inch and a half, 1.36. Fairfield, Connecticut, right near me in Westport, was an inch. Waldwick, also an inch. Central Park just shy at 0.96. Harrison, New York, 0.88. And you could potentially see another inch on top of that. The severe thunderstorm watch, it's a watch. Right now, we do not have a bona fide severe cell in our area. We've got some strong downpours right now, but we are on watch until 9 p.m. So what does that mean? That means you stay alert until 9 p.m. If you're driving during that time frame, you keep a tight grip on the steering wheel. If you catch one of those heavy cells that develops and come over your area, ponding could develop very quickly, could have some hydroplaning out there. Hold tight to the steering wheel. After 9 p.m., is there still a chance? The answer is yes, but it's much, much, much less. Hazards that we're talking about: damaging winds, the potential for a 60-mile-per-hour gust is still on the table, hail, heavy rain, maybe even a tornado, and that's a very low-end risk, but it's not off the table. Here's what we currently have. So the heaviest rain that we currently have is out in Suffolk County. Zoom in there. This is where we have the thunderstorm activity. It's a light show out there. Maddie, let's track this leading edge right here. It's approaching Riverhead. This is pushing off to the east, so this will get to Riverhead just a couple of minutes from now. It gets to Southampton, 526. Gets to, well, let's take East Lyme at 553 in Connecticut. And then there's more behind this as well. This system here, which is now putting down some pretty heavy rain around Mount Olive, and it's pushing into Patterson now with a lighter rain. But there are pockets of heavier rain, and you could see more of that until about 9 p.m. Then we start to relax as we go through the overnight hours. Tomorrow's a better day at 83. We'll be talking about that and a really nice-looking extended forecast, but sit tight. Currently, it's still not great outside, so be careful, everybody. Natalie, it's all yours.
All right, Lonnie, thanks so much. And the rain, heavy at times, could impact people trying to get home from the long weekend holiday.
Let's head outside for a check of road conditions. CBS News' Allie Bauman is live in Mobile 2, heading towards the George Washington Bridge. It looks okay right now, Allie?
Things are looking okay. Cindy and Natalie, we had this beautiful holiday weekend. People were outside, they went away for the weekend, and now it's back to reality. So I want to give you a live look from our Mobile 2 roof cam right now. We're on 95 heading towards the GW Bridge. We're just hitting some traffic here as we're getting closer to it. Things haven't been so bad so far, but again, as you're getting closer to the city, that's where things are, really going to accumulate. And now as people are coming back from the unofficial start of summer, the wet weather threatening to make holiday weekend traffic even worse. Traffic has been slowly accumulating in and around New York City this afternoon, especially heading to the George Washington Bridge from New Jersey. AAA projects about 2.8 million New Yorkers traveled 50-plus miles for Memorial Day weekend, with about 2.5 million of them traveling by car. The worst time for driving home is right now until about 7 p.m., according to AAA. Drivers we spoke to said they've actually been pleasantly surprised.
How would you describe with the weather and the drive how it's been?
I mean, it was pretty crazy. Like, it was downpouring earlier, but, it's Jersey.
And it cleared up in time for your drive?
No, it was still bad. I could drive, though.
How have the roads been?
So far, been pretty good. Little light traffic, little pockets, but otherwise, no problems.
Were you surprised by that with the weather and the holiday?
Yeah, I was not. I mean, the map said it should be okay, so I was hoping it was correct. Not always does that happen.
And again, back out here live, traffic is accumulating a bit eastbound here as we're approaching Fort Lee, heading towards the GW on 95 here. But again, hasn't been as bad as, I think it could be, but we'll be keeping an eye on the roads the rest of the show and check back in with you. So for now, we're live from Mobile 2. Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
All right, Allie, thanks so much. And speaking of delays, let's take a live look now at Newark Airport as arriving flights are being delayed more than 3 hours. At LaGuardia, arriving flights are being delayed an average of almost 2 hours.